Hello, and welcome to Atomic Radio Hour, the show that dives into the wreckage that is post-apocalyptia. I'm your host, Vince.
And I'm your petrol-drinking host, Declan.
That doesn't sound healthy, my friend.
Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Is it like a juice cleanse?
Kinda, if you want to cleanse yourself of life.
Oh. How have you been? How was the move back?
The move back was pretty chill. I had a migraine the entire time, so I slept.
Nice. As you could probably tell at home, we're not in the same room because the audio quality is probably a little better.
Yeah, it's a lot quieter around here. No dogs barking. Or no motorcycles compensating for something.
Let me ask you a question, and maybe this is a thing that, like, white people's homes have. But, like, how come your house just beeps?
My house?
Yeah, your house just beeps.
Like, what kind of beeps?
It's like a chirp, and it's not even, like, rhythmic. It's like, it'll just happen.
Oh, that could have been the exhaust from the furnace. Because my window is right by the exhaust thing.
Son, it beeps?
It doesn't beep, but it kind of has that little bit of a chirp when it, like, opens to release exhaust.
Really?
That's what certain like hot water heaters and boilers and stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So that was what that little chirp was. I just tune it out because it's been there my entire life.
Yeah. No, I always just thought it was a thing that, like, white people had in their homes.
Just like a beeper hidden somewhere, like a find your own white people beeper.
Yeah, it was just this goes off. Oh, the cabbage is ready. The steamed cabbage is ready. Like. Oh, don't forget, don't buy spice. Like,
yeah. Put mayo on everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so,
that's what that was. I just, like, always tuned it out.
No, it's not a big deal. It's just I always wonder what that is because, like, when I was editing the episodes, I would hear it and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
But
yeah, I never really thought about it.
No, but other than that, everything's good.
Yeah, everything's good. Good.
Cool.
My semester just started. I'm trying to start it strong.
Cool.
I probably sound full of life, but don't worry. In a few weeks, I will be dead.
How long is a semester?
15 weeks about.
15 weeks.
16 if we consider spring break a week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn, can you believe that, like, we're already almost out of winter?
Yeah, I mean, not up here.
No, I know, but, like, back home.
Yeah, up here's a freaking tundra.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was like 9 degrees when I went to class this morning. Yeah, that was bad.
I went to work the other day, and I think it was 5 with wind chill.
Oh,
but that's only been one day so far.
Yeah.
But no, once we get out of February, we're done.
Yeah, that's like the home stretch.
Yeah, and that's the shortest month of the year, so I'm just ready to get out of that.
It's also my birthday month. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, look at that. You want to pimp yourself out?
Maybe later.
People? Okay.
We actually have an episode that goes live the day before one of my birthdays, so I'm going to let people do a scavenger hunt.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll drop some clues, see if we can get people to figure it out.
Cool. All right, you want to jump into it then?
Yeah, let's jump right into it. Since we're back to our normal schedule, that means you will be delivering our sweet, sweet lore.
Yeah, that is true. Today's lore is on Petro, Chico.
And I don't know what that even is.
Un amigo de Poseidon Energy. It's a branch of Poseidon Oil operating the barren Mexican oil field following the American takeover in the early 2050s. They are based in the Mexican states of Veracruz and Hidalgo, Hidalgo.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Cool. Raul is from Hidalgo. He's from the Hidalgo Ranch. And he wears a Petro Chico jumpsuit from a man whose name was Miguel.
Okay.
Now, these Petro Chico gas stations went as far as Las Vegas, Nevada from Mexico.
Are there any examples of them in the game?
There's a few of them. I think that when you leave Good Springs, the gas station that Ringo is in is a Petro Chico.
Oh, is it?
It could be. I could be wrong. There's a few of them I'm pretty sure in game.
Cool. I'd always just thought that they were regular Poseidon gas stations, or I just assumed. I never even thought to look if there was different branding or anything.
No, they're it's the same thing. It's pretty much like how like we have Turkey Hill.
Yeah.
But other gas stations are just called like Kroger.
Okay, yeah.
Or like the grocery store's Kroger, because Kroger owns everything.
Yeah.
So, un amigo de Poseidon Energy literally translates to a friend of Poseidon Energy. And it's supposed to show how Poseidon Energy has such a grip on the world's economy.
Because they were the resources.
Yeah, you couldn't escape them.
Yeah.
You could not get away from it, even if, like, oh, I'll go with the small little... like, and the way the marketing for Petro Chico looks is like it's a small, like, family-owned business. It's the...
But it's a huge corporation.
Yeah, it looks like the White Castle of gas stations. But it's really, like, oh, Poseidon Energy owns it and markets it to these, like, low-income Mexican people all the way up until Nevada.
Huh.
Petro Chico... translated literally means oil boy.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They have a little like character, and he almost kind of looks like Speedy Gonzalez, which they probably did on purpose.
Yeah, I would say.
You can see various signs in gas stations in game, but yeah, that's really it. And I thought that was a really interesting concept.
Yeah, that one's really interesting. I'd never heard of it until now.
Well, I like that itself because it's this pre-war stat like H&H Tools. Like, we don't know anything about H&H Tools.
We just know that they're a tool company.
We just know it exists.
Yeah.
So I thought it was neat that there's this little pre-war company that we barely really get to hear anything about. So I thought we could talk about that. But I also had a question for you.
Yeah, hit me with it.
Now, my favorite part about the games... one of my favorite parts about the games is how you have these... these companies that have kind of their buildings exist, that you have like Poseidon's
the Archimedes
yes.
Helios 1.
Yeah, you have Helios 1, you have H&H Tools, you have the fish packing plants in 4, you have the Museum of Natural History in DC, and you see that these cultures kind of come up not understanding what the past used these for. And you see that these new cultures arise and they kind of develop around that. What real-world companies do you think people would have a culture around 200 years from?
So, what corporate cult would you think would, like, emerge?
Well, no, not so much. Like, I think, like, okay, just an example, right?
Yeah.
Let's say the bombs go off and there's, like, a people that work at a Burger King, right?
Yeah.
And they're working at the Burger King and the bombs go off and everybody who's on that shift that day kind of boards up the walls and realizes we have to fend for ourselves, so they make a tribe. And, like...
The Burger Boys.
So, like, yeah, like 2 months into it, it's this full-on, like, hierarchy of tribal warriors. And it's like, a year into it, it's like, we must crown ourselves the Burger King. And there's, like, like an actual Burger King.
The like, King Burger.
The King Burger. Like, and I thought of that, like how when we played D&D, Fallout D&D, my character was pre-war. So we went into a Burger King, or a King Burger, and they were like, who are you? And I went in my wallet, because I had a pre-war wallet, and pulled out a Burger King coupon, and I was like, I am the King Burger. Like, and that's kind of like when I read the Petro Chico thing the other day, I kind of started thinking about that and thinking about, like, imagine if it was like, imagine the bombs go off, right? And there's like a guy who comes from, let's just say the story takes place in Chicago, right? Like right outside Chicago.
Yeah.
There's a guy who comes all the way from Pittsburgh to Chicago, and he's a guy who's looking for tools, and he comes across like one of the biggest like Home Depots. And he develops an entire society out of the remnants of a Home Depot. And it's like the place is called like the Depot. And like how the gun runners are just people that build guns and they're like these expert artisans.
Yeah.
Like imagine this tribe of people that is just comprised of a guy who's like, oh, hey, I know how to build shit, and I'm going to teach everyone else here how to build shit using the tools and supplies that's in Home Depot.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Like, this is what I get excited about when they announce a new game.
Because that's the kind of shit that really brings the world alive.
Mm-hmm. Like Nuka World. Nuka World has the tribes in it, right? Or the families or the factions.
Yeah.
And my favorite one was the Pack, because they were these animalistic people that, like, definitely were more for the zoo part of the area.
They were post-apocalyptic furries.
Yeah, I mean, more or less.
Yeah, basically.
But like, what do you think would be? What do you think would be like? Imagine like, no, you answer the question.
I immediately have one. One. So like, I'm imagining like a group of people that like inhabit like a Sherwin-Williams like paint store.
Okay.
And they like develop this entire like society around like you create works of art and they hold value based on how good they are.
Okay.
So like if you create like this really cool like impressionist piece and people really like it, you're like given more status in the artist's like regime.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah. And like someone like tries to make their way in and they're like, I have these charcoal sketches, can I please join the Williams clan? And they're like, you do not even use the colors of the Williams clan.
What are the colors of the Williams clan? All of them?
All of them, but they just have to be like a paint.
I like
that. You have to use like oil paints and stuff, yeah.
Like, I like shit like this, like little lamplight.
Yeah.
Like this was
a good one.
It was like a mining... It was like a thing. It was like a thing you went to that was like a tourist thing. What's it called? Like an attraction. And these kids were just like, fuck it. Like,
we're here now. This is our fucking place. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, what do you think?
That's probably what they exactly said when they found it because they're freaking brutal.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
I love all of them. Especially Billy. Give me the Wazer rifle. That's the best fucking gun in the game. One of the best guns in the game.
So good. Yeah.
No, I was thinking about it. Like, if you had, like, okay, let's just go with my favorite, White Castle.
Okay.
Imagine if it was like, this is the fortress, and it was like a White Castle that this guy. I don't know why I keep going to like a monarchy type thing, but like, I am the king of the White Castle, and like their whole thing is based on like almost like a pseudo brotherhood. Because with the history of, like, and you kind of have to play off the history of what the place is. Like, White Castle is white because it was to promote cleanliness, and castle was to promote that it was a strong business that you can stand behind. So if this guy is like a pseudo brotherhood, and it's like him and like 12 people that are just like, we are the knights of the White Castle, and they head out and they're like, we have to make sure these people are protected. Kind of like a King Arthur type deal almost, if you threw a little bit of that in. But based around a place that serves fucking sliders.
I love that. I love that.
I love shit like this. Like, just coming up with concepts of like, the world itself. Like, what else is there? I'm trying to
see. I really like, in terms of world building, I really like creating places in where they have no business being.
Okay, give me an example.
So an example from our Fallout D&D game is that when you guys went to the crater,
to New York,
yeah,
okay,
when you guys went to New York, there was the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, and I had built an entire civilization and like culture that was just people that were on top of the bridge when the bombs dropped that like survived, and there was a whole like. One of the people that was like stuck in traffic went on to say like, this is my fucking bridge, and if you want to pass it, you got to get through me.
You got to pay the fucking troll toll.
Yeah, you got to pay the troll toll. And like, I just really like there's no reason why there should be a city on top of a multi-story bridge.
No, but I really like that.
Yeah, like,
I really like the idea of that, like the bridge.
Like, I loved Arufu. That was one of my favorite places in Fallout 3.
Yeah. Because it's the subway is such a cool idea to have of settlement.
Yeah, it's Arufu and the vampires, right? The family, right?
Yeah, that's what Arufu is it not?
No, Arufu's the one that's on top of the exit ramp.
You're right. I always get them flipped.
Yeah. But like they're on the same quest line, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the abandoned train yard is where the family is. And
Tenpenny Tower.
Tenpenny Tower is a hotel that withstood the blast. Of this?
Yeah.
Like, I love that shit. It's just so
the Museum of Natural History, where the ghouls are, and foxes. That's such a great idea to have this entire civilization of the old. It's something that is so old world that the current world is marveling at it. That the ghouls go there. Like, that's such a fucking.
I just thought of a good one.
All right, let me hear it.
Liberty Island.
Like the Statue of Liberty?
Like the Statue of Liberty. Like, if there's, like, an entire civilization that's inside the Statue of Liberty. Like a settlement.
Okay. What if that, and they found a way to turn the Statue of Liberty into a radio tower that hits, like, a large majority of the East Coast?
Oh, that's so fucking rad.
Like, imagine if, like, let's just say, how old do you think Three Dog is?
Three Dog? He's gotta be, like, in his early 30s.
Imagine if, like, Three Dog had a son, or Three Dog himself was like, I need to go do bigger and better things. And he goes off and fucking gets to Manhattan somehow and fights through waves. Because New York is apparently a crater. That's why you refer to it as
Manhattan
a crater
is
before.
a crater.
Like, it was blown off the map. But imagine there's, like... Because what I always thought would be neat, and we did it in Fallout D&D, is imagine if New York was completely comprised of... almost like how it is in Futurama, how there's old New York and then new New York. Like, there's these mutants and people that are trying to survive in the subway tunnels.
Kind of like Metro.
Yeah, kind of. Like, you know how many subway tunnels there probably are that aren't being used?
Yeah.
And you know how many homeless live in there? Like, imagine, like, the homeless are like... The homeless would rise up after an attack like that because they would know the tunnels way more than anybody else.
And they would know how to survive on bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is, if you're worried about the apocalypse, just go homeless for, like, 5 years and you're good.
Yeah, it's like going vegan.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Exactly.
Exactly the same.
No differences.
None at all. No, but like, okay, let's play a game. You ready?
All right, go.
We're going to pick a location, and we're going to pick something within that location, and we're going to build up a faction.
Okay.
We're going to build up an idea. So I'm going to pick the state.
All right. And then I'll pick the city, and then you'll pick, like, the small... We'll just switch until we get smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with... I kind of want to throw you a curveball. I'm going to throw...
go.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw you Hawaii.
Ooh. Now I'm going to just open up Google Maps and see what some big cities are in Hawaii. Because I know there's Honolulu, but, like, I wanna see something a bit more original. All right, so let's do the not as big island.
Okay.
Let's do Maui.
Okay. What's on Maui?
There's a couple state parks that are there.
Okay. Is there a volcano?
The volcano is on the bigger island.
Okay, how far is Maui from the bigger island? Like, is it next to it?
It's, I would say, about 30 or 40 miles off the coast of the bigger island.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, I'm trying to go based on, like, the scale that Google Maps gives me. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. So let's say that when the bombs hit and Hawaii got some they wouldn't be hit directly, but there would have been a lot of radiation.
And probably, like, a giant tsunami, too.
Yeah, so let's say a giant tsunami comes and takes out most of the population, right?
Yeah.
There's remnants of people that are left. Let's say 200 years later, after years and years of evolution, when the bombs dropped, it moved the tectonic plates and triggered the volcano to erupt.
Okay.
And let's just say that the volcano has it erupted. It was one big great eruption, but has been slowly letting out lava.
So thus expanding the landmass.
Yeah, but it's kind of like pre-coming lava.
Is that the only word you could have used?
It's the first thing I thought of.
You dirty, dirty man.
What else would you have said?
I don't know.
What else is there to be said?
Like leaking? I don't know.
Yeah, but something leaks, it drips down. This is dripping up.
I mean, depends if you're a top or a bottom.
Oh. So let's just say it's the slow drip, right?
All right.
Like, not a lot. Like, over 200 years it would have
It's just
expanded.
like crawling. It's just crawling outward.
But, like, these people are like, oh, they've I don't know why I keep going back to tribal. Maybe because I think that, like, once this would happen, your main concern would no longer be, oh, a science and art. It would be, I need to make sure that I can eat and kill.
Basically, yeah.
So let's just say there's like these tribal, like ancient Hawaiian people, like these, oh, what are they called? Oh God, what are they called? What are those people called? Moana.
Like indigenous people?
No, what is it, the people in Moana?
I don't know, because I didn't see it.
Samoan.
Yes.
Like these like Samoan, and I could be wrong. I don't know if that's technically like Samoan is what the, because I know Hawaiians aren't Samoan, but that area. You know what I mean? That like South Asia, because Hawaii is not far from Japan, right? That's why that's Pearl Harbor. That's why they attacked Pearl Harbor.
It's far, but like...
Well, I mean, it's not California far from Japan.
Yeah, it's like about the halfway point.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you tell I went to public school? I know nothing about geography. So let's just say these people have kind of reverted to a more tribal state, right? And they worship the volcano. What do you think these people's names would be? This is we need more history about Hawaii to do this. But
well, let's just I would say on the island that we were talking about, Maui, there's a state park or like a place called the Red Hills. So I'd say like the Red Hills tribe.
Yeah. Yes, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So okay, let's say the Red Hill tribe.
Yeah, this place is beautiful.
Dude, it's Hawaii.
Yeah.
You know, all that air is super clean, but it's super expensive to live there.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just say the Red Hills tribe, right?
Right.
Of how many islands are there?
I think there are 3 big ones and then a handful of smaller ones.
So Maui and what's next to Maui? Honolulu?
Yeah, well, it's like the island of Hawaii. Then there's Maui, Molokai, and then Oahu, I think is the other one.
Which is how close is the island that has the volcano on it?
And then there's Kauai. The one that has the volcano is the island of Hawaii.
Okay, so, and it's like, you said like 30 miles from it, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say that there are the other smaller islands, right? And the other smaller islands are kind of like these small indigenous farming lands that they've kind of evolved to.
Sure.
But Honolulu and Maui have kind of been like the last real bastion of mass amounts of people. And Honolulu and Hawaii, or I'm sorry, the island of Hawaii or Honolulu, whichever has the volcano on it, and Maui don't like each other. It's the Sharks and the Jets. It's the Capulets and the Montagues.
Okay.
Right? And it's not because like their daughter, like I don't want that. I don't want my daughter coming home with a jet. It's just they don't like each other because the one island has the volcano, and the volcano, the fumes of the lava mixed with the radiation and all of the ash that's been mixed in with the lava from the bomb.
I see what you're getting at.
Mutated them, and the people of Maui think that the mutation, almost like how Adam, the children of Adam, believe that the mutation is good. They think that this is an ancient god that is coming back and is trying to reclaim the land and further evolve the people. So the island of Hawaii or Honolulu, wherever the volcano is, does not like Maui because they think they are impure from not having the mutation. Okay.
All right, I like that.
Do you see where I'm going? Like, this wouldn't be a full-fledged game. This would be more of like a DLC pack, but like...
But yeah, I like the idea where it's at so far.
And let's just say that they're kind of like super mutant-esque, where they're beefier, they're bigger, but if it's also these like Samoan people, these people are big. Like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is Samoan. I think he's Hawaiian. He's either Hawaiian or Samoan. It's that area.
Yeah. Pacific Island.
Yeah, that dude's massive.
Or Pacific Ocean. But yeah.
I'm not gonna judge you. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
There's like they're just big. Like look up Hawaiian people. They're big people, and not like big like in a bad way. They're just massive. Like how the Swedes are like fucking 90 feet tall.
Yeah, just like they are staturous people.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like imagine these people that are going from 6.5, 7 feet to 8.5 feet, and they're these monstrous people. And they're
kind of like what's Wonder Woman?
An Amazonian.
Kind of like Amazonians.
Kind of, yeah.
Just like really like tall, strong people.
Yeah, and it's the radiation is slowly mutating them, and they're taking their ancient culture and they're mixing it with their new culture, and you're getting this whole new experience of people, and you're getting this whole new language, and you're getting this whole new thing, and they fight in a tribalistic, ancient, ritualistic way, and the Honoluluans don't respect the Red Hill tribe of Maui, and the Red Hill tribe has kind of taken over most of Maui, and like there's a hierarchy, like they have a king or a chief, and then there's like, other than that, there's like branches, like say there's 3 factions, right?
Yeah.
So there's the chief, and let's just say the chief's name is like Chief like Tunkin, and Chief Tunkin under Chief Tunkin are 3 different houses, like 3 different factions, and it's like let's just say
and I'm sure it would be like rooted in like local culture. Like I'm not sure how to pronounce a lot of these things, and I don't want to try and because I will butcher it.
Yeah. But like
but Bethesda does good homework. I'm sure they would do it justice.
Oh, of course. But like you would have one that's just the female tribe. That they're like
the Amazonians.
An Amazonian warrior. And they would be, and then you'd have like another one that's like the big brooding ritualistic, we come from the ideals of the old world and our old culture and our forefathers. And then you'd have the ones that are more into tech and weapons. And they
like advancements.
Yeah, like they respect where they came from, and they respect where they are now, but they also respect the weapons and the new things.
It's the new style.
Yeah. It always comes back to White Castle. That song references White Castle. Everything will come back to White Castle.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you take all of this, and then you have these big, brooding, mutated, monster-sized people that, like, and you can have a hierarchy that's just as in-depth, or you can have it that's you can have it where it's shallow. Like, the new California Republic has a massive hierarchy, it's a
big bureaucracy.
Yeah, it has a huge interweaving branch of military, and there's this and there's that and there's this and like this has to be filed under a C classification of a 9 in triplicate, and then you have Caesar's Legion where it's shut the fuck up, and whoever is in front of you that is a higher rank you'd listen to.
Yeah, basically.
So technically, I mean,
it's Caesar and then the like
everyone else. It's pretty much Caesar and everyone else.
And then it's everyone else, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Caesar's the guys with the cool hats, and then everyone else.
Caesar, Lanius, everybody else.
Yeah.
And like Lanius doesn't even believe in what Caesar's doing. He just believes in Caesar.
Yeah.
Like I think I'm correct when I say this. Caesar saved his life, and he was just like, I will follow you into the gates of hell because you saved my life. Like he doesn't.
I mean, like that. Even though Caesar is like reprehensible, Lanius is an honorable person. I feel like
even though he's a monster, yeah.
Even though he's a monster, he's an absolute monster. But he's like honorable. He's the ideal lawful evil.
Yes.
Because he believes in what he's saying, and he follows his pact.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's a very interesting character, and I wish they would have expanded upon him more.
I think it's a shame that we don't get a lot out of him.
I want more out of the Legion, honestly.
There was supposed to be a lot more out of the Legion.
I know.
You know, budget.
Yeah, but like, I think the Legion are very interesting people. Yeah. I think the whole ideal of like, here's this culture that was based upon pretty much rape and pillaging, but not in like the sense of do it for fun, but do it for conquering.
And I think it's like even generalizing. I feel like it's important in games and other works of literature to understand what is the perceivable enemy.
So explain that.
Like, I feel like it's really important to dissect the motives and the methods of the bad guy.
Yes.
So that you can understand what makes them bad, and you can ask questions to yourself like, is what they're doing inherently bad, or is it bad because someone else told me it was bad? That's
one of my favorite questions that I ask in real life all the time.
Like, I think that's really interesting. I mean, and let's be real. The Legion rapes and kills and murders and pillages, and that's bad.
Yeah, but they don't do it just for fun. They do it for protection.
Yeah. it's still bad.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying that it's good, but I'm saying think of it. Honestly, the Legion to me makes more sense than the NCR.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that or touched on that in a little bit in a previous show.
No, we have, but that's what I'm saying is like when there's a nuclear apocalypse at this level, I'm not worried about if I pay my taxes and give corn to the government. I'm worried about living.
Yeah.
And if these people tell me that all I have to do is work hard and serve this one guy, then I will be good. Then that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like that makes more sense to me from a survivalist standpoint. But getting back to Hawaii.
Yeah. Back to Hawaii. The Red Hill Gang.
The tribe of the Red Hills or whatever. If we took that idea, you could make an entire DLC out of it. You could make an entire portion of game out of it and make it where it's like, okay, here's this now. And you have this island that they feel like they're the truthful owners of it because they are on the island of Hawaii.
No, I'd like to raise something to you.
Okay.
I raised that this could be a full game.
How?
And here's why. Because Hawaii itself is, in like all the islands together, is small enough that it's probably in equivalence of size to Fallout 76.
You think so?
I would definitely think so.
See, I don't think
I would say the surface area of the livable lands of Hawaii are similar in livable lands to, or playable lands in Fallout 76.
What? Wait, are you telling me that I could walk the amount of Hawaii and would have walked equivalent to that of 76?
I mean, it sounds a little bit...
I don't think...
It sounds a little... I might be a little wrong, but...
No, I think you might be a little more than a little wrong, my little friend.
Hold on. Hawaii... The biggest island of Hawaii is about 70 miles across.
Yeah.
So
there's no way that game is fucking 70 miles.
West Virginia, let's just say all of West Virginia is about 80 to 100 miles across for all of West Virginia.
Holy fuck, okay.
Maybe a little bit more, just depending on how I'm like lining this up. So like I think, especially with how games are advancing, I don't think it's unreasonable for all, if you include all the islands, for that to be a full-fledged game, because I think you could pack a lot of really meaningful content into there. And imagine a Fallout version of Pearl Harbor.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that.
Like, that's a lot to even dig into right there.
Oh my god, I didn't even fucking think of that. And I said Pearl Harbor before.
Yeah.
What do you think that would be like? What do you think? Do you think you'd have someone like Abraham Washington who's trying to preserve it? Or do you think you would have somebody like the Swatters guy who just is bastardizing what it is?
I don't know. Because did Pearl Harbor happen?
Yeah,
in Fallout?
The timeline is like the 60s.
Oh, yeah,
that's
you're
where
right.
the split is. And I believe in the opening of Fallout 4, they bring up the bombings
Pearl Harbor, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pearl Harbor happened. So that means if it was an Asian power that started the war, I would be certain that if they would probably try to hit Pearl Harbor again.
Oh, shit.
So I wonder what that would be like.
No, you know what I just thought of too? With that, you just said an Asian power. I didn't even think of this. The big bad guy is Red China.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make Americans look ignorant, like more or less, right? Like all this propaganda. You don't think they would have flipped it and been like, well, the Chinese and Japanese are the same thing. Pearl Harbor would have been, I bet you, because they had Chinese internment camps, right?
Yes.
I guarantee you that would have been there would have been a secret level. Not guarantee you, I can't say because they're not actually making the game. But there would have been like a basement level that soldiers would have went to train them about the internment camps. They would have turned Pearl Harbor, like within the timeline,
like into a Chinese internment camp in Fallout.
No, not entirely that. They would have turned it into a museum in Fallout. They would have turned it into a museum, and the museum would have been all of it. How they were taking people from Japanese people from California and all over the U.S. and they were putting them in these camps. Right?
Yeah.
They would have turned this into a whole thing that would show how we did it, why we did it, and what we thought was correct. And then you would find a terminal that would bring you to some secret underground level, and in that underground level would have been a training camp for how to secure Chinese Americans to put them in these camps. There is no doubt in my mind that's how they would run it, because it would be training. It'd be, this is how you do this and this is how you do that, and we learned from how we did it before. And they would probably make a point of, this isn't right, but it's what we have to do, even though it's not what you have to do.
And like I said, Hawaii is about the halfway point to the Asian states. So, like, it would make sense that it would be there.
You know how America is now. When was the last time you flew?
The last time I flew?
Yeah.
May.
Okay. Was anybody on your flight look like they were from the Middle East or had any Middle Eastern descent?
Yes.
Yeah, they got stopped to get their bags checked, did they not?
No.
You didn't realize them getting stopped?
The last time I was on a plane, I was on my way back to America.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Oh, so they weren't...
The bias wasn't quite there.
Okay, because last time I flew out of the country was when I went to Costa Rica, and that was like 4, 5, 6 years ago. They only stopped 3 people. One of them was me, and I think it was because I was so tired that I just seemed like I was drunk.
Oh, yeah.
So they were like, I want to see what this guy's up to. And there was another guy who he looked like he was Middle Eastern. Like, he looked like he had something...
Like tan in complexion.
Yeah, and dark thick hair. And, like, they were scanning me and him at the same time, and I look at him, and I go, yeah, of course they pulled you over. And he just kind of, like, looked at me like, this is what I have to deal with.
Yeah.
But, like, that's how we are at the airport now.
Imagine at a full-fledged war.
A full-fledged, these people are trying to... Like, they're at... Okay, so China is invading northern Hawaii.
Yeah.
Alaska.
That's the close... Or, yes, that in canon. But I'm sure they would try to invade Hawaii, too. It's the next closest American state.
Okay, let's roll the tape back a little bit. What if that's what the game is about? What if the game is about the Chinese that were... let's say the smallest island of Hawaii was decimated with a nuke, right?
Okay.
What if that was the Chinese trying to make their way? They thought, if we can get to Hawaii, let's just say there's a massive missile silo that was, let's even fucking run it back a little more. Let's get rid of the tribes. Let's in parallel universe 2, the only thing that will keep from the universe A is Pearl Harbor, right?
All right.
The internment training camp shit. Let's say that they hid a missile silo under the volcano.
Holy shit.
Okay? Think about it. It's so close to China. It's so close to Asia. They hid a missile silo in the volcano. China somehow finds out about it. War starts off. They decimate the smallest island of Japan, of Hawaii, and think, this is it. This is how we're going to get in. They're going to be in such a frantic panic, they're not going to be able to do anything, and Pearl Harbor is a complete museum. It's not a military base anymore. Just hear me out.
Okay.
I don't know if it's still an active military base or what have you, but let's just say that there's a small, very, very small military base that they kind of have been scaling back because of the war, right? Yeah. Because of China invading Alaska, they have been taking all of those troops and putting them in Alaska because it's better for them to make sure that they don't steal the last remaining resources of oil on the planet. Okay? You following me?
I'm following.
They decimate the small island. The entire game is ghoulified Chinese soldiers. Not the whole game, but like a decent portion. Like half of the map is ghoulified Chinese soldiers that are like, we still have to continue our mission. And they speak a weird broken mixture of Chinese and Hawaiian and English. And it's this culture, and you can either help them out or you can help the people that are like these gung-ho American, like that like, because this patriotism,
like America, fuck yeah,
like this patriotism that never died, and the Chinese are like, we know that there is a nuclear silo there, and they're like, and I mean, Asian culture is based all on honor, and you get your mission done whether you live or you die. Like America, we just quit. I don't feel like doing it, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like Asian cultures, where you're brought up where it's like, you fucking do it, you do to the best of your ability, and if you're not a doctor, fuck you.
basically.
You know what I mean? So here's these people that are 200 plus years old, still trying to get access, and it's almost kind of like a Hoover Dam situation.
Like, who gets the missile?
Yeah, like you have, and they're gonna nuke another part of the U.S. What's the point? It's already been nuked. Like, everyone's dead.
It's just insult to injury at that point.
But it's also, we have to, and then you could have internal conflict. You could have, like, the general that's been there the whole time, like, we need to do this, and then somebody who's underneath him is like, no, this is a worthless battle. We need to get back to the mainland. And then it's like, but why would we go back to the mainland? Like, we haven't heard from them. That's even a better reason to go back. We need to reclaim our home and bring it back. We have to reteach our culture to these people. And then you have these Americans that are these Hawaiian Americans that are there, and they're
America.
Yeah,
yeah.
and they're just like ignorant, and they're stupid, and they're like, we need to stop them Chinese. And like, I don't know, I just think it'd be a super interesting thing. And like, Pearl Harbor.
Oh, by the way, we haven't said it yet, but Bethesda will be taking our 20% on this one, because we did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Just have me come in as a writer, and you don't even have to pay me a lot. I just want a percentage of every game sold. Not a lot.
Royalties? You're trying to get a royalty deal on your first writing gig?
Yeah, dude, don't give me like a ton of money. Give me enough money I could live off, like that I can fucking pay my rent. But then just give me, dude, are you kidding me? The royalties that I would have got if I wrote for 76?
Yeah.
I would have got fucking $39 and a fucking Happy Meal. Yo, speaking of 76, did you hear about all these people making like a buttload of cash off the game?
No, what happened?
Yeah, apparently they didn't think to make items soul bound or account bound. So people are hacking their way or glitching their way. They're getting into the developer room somehow, and inside the developer room, they're just grabbing weapons and a bunch of great shit. And
Todd Howard's Magic White Room.
And here's the best part: there's an NPC in the room.
Is that so?
Yeah, I don't know if he has dialogue, but there's a character that's just there. That's a human NPC.
That's problematic, I would say.
Yeah, it's. I'm still waiting on this fucking game. I'm giving it till July. If it's not fixed in July, it's dead.
Yeah,
that's my call. And I
haven't played it in a while, and I liked playing it a lot.
Yeah, me
it's
too.
Just, yeah.
I wanted to like this game. I wanted to play it. And you know what's so funny? Like, I think we said it on here before. You asked me once when we were in school together. We were children. We must have been like 14, and you were like, how do you think an online Fallout game would be? And I was like, it would fucking ruin the series. And then they announced 76, and I was like, this is going to be so tight. And then it comes out, and like, younger me is like, I told you it was going to fucking ruin the series. It's just...
Oh, no. It's not a main entry game, so I think it can be written off, but it's definitely a hard blow for Bethesda.
They should have waited. They should have fucking waited. They should have waited an extra year.
I feel like all that could be said has been said at this point.
I guess.
You know, if it hasn't been said here, it's been said by someone else.
Yeah, I know. I just think that since we're the fucking Fallout show, we should talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's sad. It just saddens me.
There's some really good content and lore there, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff. But, like, I was talking to special guest Kyle. I was like, yo, you want to play? He's like, dude, I don't even have it downloaded anymore. I was like, really? He's like, dude, he goes, I feel like I already played the game before. Like, he's like, in retrospect, I feel like I already played the game before I even got it. He goes, I knew what the end game content was. The end game content was going to be... Like, they hinted at Scorcher Beast the whole time. And even the commercial, the last little thing you see is the Scorcher Beast. So you think to yourself, okay, well, that's obviously going to be something big. And they told us from the get-go, you're going to be able to launch nukes. And that's end-game stuff. He goes, I kind of knew, like, all right, it's going to end with me launching a nuke at somebody.
At the same time, it's not really a linear story-based game.
No, it isn't. But it's also, like, This is a game that is a very different type of game for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think a lot of fans went into it expecting it to be similar to past games, and it's just baseline, it's not.
Yeah, and exactly. I'm not defending the game. I'm also not condemning the game. I think there's a lot of really fun things there. This isn't a game that I feel like a casual person could pick up. Like, I don't think you could pick up 76 casually and be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to jump in for 10 minutes. I feel like you have to have some sort of investment in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
Just because there's no NPCs, there's no actual way to... There's no one who tells you, like, this is lore. You have to read it.
And just kind of get the context.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. It's a shame. I like the game a lot, but people are making fucking stupid amounts of money because apparently bobbleheads stack. So,
for real?
if there's like a bobblehead that like increases XP gain or some shit, it'll stack for an hour. So people are selling like 20 bobbleheads at a time for X amount of dollars. And
see, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but it's in every MMO. It's the same way.
Yeah.
In WoW, there used to be people who would farm gold and sell it for real money.
Yeah, and in RuneScape, people account share to train levels.
Yeah. Or they bought their account.
Yeah.
Like...
It's just like the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then the whole fucking... Like, the bag thing fixed itself for me. I sent in my Amazon review... or my Amazon receipt, and it was like, yeah, we can't give you a bag. And then I got an email the other day. It's like, hey, we re-reviewed your thing, and we're going to send you one. Please give us 4 to 6 months. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, cool.
I hope...
Like, I really am excited for the bag. I want the fucking bag now.
Really?
Like, I didn't care. I didn't care originally, but now I want it.
Because it's free?
Because it's not free. It's just already been paid for.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's already been paid for. But, like, I want a really cool, like, high-quality Fallout bag.
Really?
Yeah. Like, right now I have a regular black backpack. Whatever.
Yeah, but this isn't a backpack. This is just a replacement for the nylon bag.
Yeah, but it looks like an actual, like, backpack.
No, dude, I don't think it is. Like, the nylon bag that you're supposed to put the helmet in, that's supposed to be the carrying case for the helmet?
Oh, yeah. See, like, I was looking at the one... that was given to reviewers, like, for the Greenbrier event.
Oh, that was at the Greenbrier they were given that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No,
the one that has, like, the straps.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I knew that it was, like, out, or you know what I mean? Like, it was... They were giving it to the people, but I didn't know they were giving it to the Greenbrier event. Wow.
At least that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a replacement. But you know what? They should fucking go above and not above and beyond, but they should do a little extra something for these people that were complaining the whole time. Like, give me some shit. Like, throw in stickers, throw in a fucking bobblehead for free. Like, people were looking up how much canvas costs, and it's like next to nothing for like an industrial amount of canvas. But you know, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Like, yeah,
it's already been beat to death.
Yeah, I'm so tired of hearing about it. Like, just it sucks. All right, we know it sucks, but what are you gonna
do? Yeah, what can you do?
No, I think Hawaii would be a cool spot.
Yeah, I definitely would love to see some content for a place like that.
Yeah,
especially with how beautiful Hawaii already is.
Oh yeah. I think it's just right. I don't want to say right for the taking, but it's like... It's
just a really good candidate for a game, I feel like.
And like the history that it has with...
And especially the unique like aspect of its history.
Yeah.
And like all the like different like cultures.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those places, but the thing is, I think it could be hard to develop for it because of what's around it. Like, I feel like a lot of Fallout 4...
7.8 out of 10, too much water.
You knew exactly where I was going. I think Fallout 4, that was Fallout 4's biggest problem.
Too much water?
Too much water. Like, I feel like, oh, this is a big map, but a lot of it is just liquid.
I didn't think Fallout 4 had too much water.
Really?
I thought it was fine.
Really?
I didn't even... How often are you actually in the water for it to even matter?
Well, I'm not, because they cut all that content.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're going to be on the land anyway. So
yeah, but there's so much shit.
I don't know. I never found it to be an issue or like even thought about it until you brought it up.
No, and you know what? It's not an issue, and I didn't think about it until someone pointed out that within the code there's a bunch of shit that they could have done. But, like, delay the game for another 6-8 months. Delay it.
I mean, if Fallout 4 would have been delayed, there would have been hell.
And
I guess.
Who's the guy who's in charge of Nintendo? Miyamoto?
It was Iwata.
Oh no, it was Iwata who said this. I think I've said this before on the show. Iwata said,
yeah, it's a famous quote.
Yeah, you rush a game, it's bad forever. You delay a game, it's fucking playable. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I love Fallout 4. I thought Fallout 4 was great. It's just something's not hitting. But let's go back to thing. Let's get off of this. Do you have anything else you want to say about Hawaii?
I don't think so. I think that we kind of put a good baseline out, but I want to hear what our community has to say about Hawaii.
Yes.
And I think that would be a great discussion topic to talk about in the Discord.
Yeah, I really think it would. You should join our Discord.
Yes.
In the description, there will be a link to join, so please do that.
Please come talk about Hawaii with us.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanna cover about the Hawaiian wasteland?
What do you think it would be called?
I don't know. Maybe like the North Pacific Wasteland?
Yeah?
Maybe. What Commonwealth is that?
Let me find out. Hold on a second.
Because, like, once the Commonwealths were created, then that's what it would probably be called, I would say.
Give me 2 seconds to find it.
Yeah.
It's the Southwest Commonwealth. Oh wow, look at that. California.
I would say maybe like the West Island Wasteland.
Yeah.
Maybe. That sounds good. That's a good ring to it.
I'm looking at a map right now of all the Commonwealths. California is split into 2 separate Commonwealths.
Because it's so goddamn big.
Yeah, it's Northern California is the Northwest Commonwealth, which has like Oregon, Idaho, or is that no? That's not Idaho. What state is that? Is that Idaho?
I'm not sure what you're looking at.
What borders Washington and Oregon?
That's Idaho.
Is it?
I went to public school. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm trying to think. Where do potatoes come from?
Idaho.
And what's the other one? Like Orida?
No, but that's definitely Idaho.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Idaho, Washington, Oregon, North California, and then it's South California, and is that Nevada?
Nevada.
Or not Nevada. Yeah. Right?
Nevada. I'm not looking at the map you're looking at. I'm just like
what neighbors,
thinking about my brain.
Neighbors California?
Space.
To the east.
That's Nevada.
Okay, yeah. So it's Nevada and South California, and then it's Hawaii, and then Alaska is part of the Northwest Commonwealth.
And like with Canada and shit.
That's its own Commonwealth.
Oh, is it just called the Canadian Commonwealth?
I think so, but I could be wrong. A lot of the maps that I'm looking at don't have it actually listed, and I don't understand why. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like Texas and Arkansas are their own thing, which I always thought was weird because I think it should be like Texas and Oklahoma. But whatever, I didn't make the game. I'm just trying to write for it. Yeah, no, I think something like I don't want to say like the Hawaiian Wasteland or like the Paradise Wasteland.
Maybe it wouldn't even be called a wasteland.
Yeah, I always want to go back to Wasteland because I think of the capital Wasteland.
Yeah, and the Mojave Wasteland.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I that's something that I really am not sure about. Maybe the more that we would look into the culture, we'd find some kind of like buzzword that would make it work. Mm-hmm. But like off the top of my head, yeah, I would say like the West Island Wasteland.
What about like the Savage Islands?
If we are in timeline A with all the tribes, yeah, I could say that. I'd say that.
Or what about like if it's like timeline B? What if it's like the
last bastion of America?
No, hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so here's my idea. You ready?
Hit me with it.
This isn't going to work as well as I thought it was going to, but if it's timeline B, in English, last stand, and this is Google Translate, in traditional Chinese is Zinho Yi Chan, Zizhan. Zinho Yi Shan. So if it's like the let me think, hold on. I'm in traditional, I don't know if it's fucking simplified Chinese is the same thing. Zinho Yi Zhan is last stand in Chinese. Maybe if it's like the last stand where they were trying to get in, so if it's like the Zinho Zi Chan Wasteland, or the Zinhanziho Islands or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like something play off of the Chinese culture.
Maybe like the Pearl Isles.
Yo, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds very Elder Scrolls though.
It does.
But like, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
No. But I think if you played off the Chinese, I want to see Chinese culture in the game that isn't just a submarine.
Me too.
I really want to see, and I know that the whole point of Fallout is to be America now and forever, but at the same time, I'd really, really love to see another part of the world. I want to see a
European perspective.
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, I'd love to see like
I want to see like
London.
I was gonna say I want to see a France.
Really?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, a whole culture around cheese. like the import and export of cheese, like that could be like the number one thing that got France through the post-war was people could still rely on France for cheese because if they had bunkers, they were storing massive amounts of cheese, so there's like a whole economy based around if you have pre-war, post-war cheese. And because the way things have mutated because of the radiation, the fermenting process of cheese could be totally different. And Brahmin don't seem to be male or female. They kind of seem to be an androgynous mix. So imagine having an original cow's milk or a cow's cheese versus Brahmin cheese.
Yeah. Or like rad goat.
Yeah. Wow.
Goat cheese already stank, so I don't want to know what rad goat is.
Fucking goat. What do you mean goat cheese is stank?
I hate goat cheese.
Are you fucking high?
I think it smells horrible and tastes horrible.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I walk into your house and I insult your goat cheese because I fucking hate it.
I love goat cheese.
I hate goat cheese.
Oh my god, goat cheese is top 3. And I'm Italian. Oh my god. Really?
It just fucking tastes bad. I don't know how to explain it. It just tastes bad.
I love it. That chalky taste. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love it. I love it. Want it in and around my body.
It tastes like a high school gym smells.
No, it doesn't. A high school gym smells like frustration, cum, and piss.
That's what goat cheese tastes like.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. Not at all. Really? You really think it tastes like that?
I think it's horrible.
Wow.
But do you know what isn't horrible?
What?
Shane Ivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane Ivers is the wonderful creator of our intro music. That's Feather Duster. If you want to download Feather Duster, you can find that at silvermansounds.com/free music/featherduster.
But don't take that, because that's our music.
That's ours. But another thing that's not horrible is our Twitter. But Vince, where can we find the Twitter?
If you'd like to find the Twitter for the show, you can find us on Twitter at Atomic Radio Hour. That's all one word, at Atomic Radio Hour. And for you in the back of the room, that's at Atomic Radio Hour. What about you, Declan? Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Declan_Bean. That's Declan_Bean. And if you want it a third time, that's Declan_Bean. But tell me about yourself. Do you like long walks on the beach?
I do. I like getting caught in the rain. I like making love at midnight. And if you have half a brain.
Wonderful.
If you'd like to find me on Twitter, you can find me on Twitter at @the_Boogans. Again, that's at @the_Boogans. A third time is at @the_Boogans. But if you'd like to get in touch with us directly and have a great conversation as you're doing it, we already plugged it earlier, but we're going to hit you with it a second time, our Discord. It's the official Atomic Radio Hour Discord. We have a bunch of great stuff that we're always talking about. We're always in there. Actually, we were just talking about the Davy Crockett that inspired the Fat Man. And Cube in our Discord actually just linked in a PDF that has all of the facts of how that would affect land if it hit. And
yeah, that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, so there's always something cool that's going on in there. And on the Discord, starting this Sunday, which is tomorrow, which will be the 20th, we have a new thing that we're going to start doing. It's called Special Guest Sundays. Special guest Kyle will start a discussion with the topic, and the topic will kind of evolve into everybody talking about this one thing. It's a nice way to stimulate that gray matter that resides in your face. Just a way to get you thinking, get you talking about Fallout, get you talking about gaming, get you talking about culture in general. And
if you're shy, you don't have to post anything. You can just have a look about and take what you want from it.
Yeah, we have a few people in the Discord that don't really comment, but I can see they're online, and I can't see if they read it, but they kind of will chime in every once in a while and be like, hey, I agree, or I disagree, or this and that. So it's really, it's nice. It's a nice little community we have. And we also have a Twitch. There will be a link to the Twitch in the description somewhere below. We're not really using it all the time. Right now it's kind of for special events. If Declan comes home, we'll do like a ceremonious Twitch stream. We'll do something. But if you follow us there, if we ever go live, we'll tweet it out. We'll put it in our Discord. You can sit there and watch us stream. Last time we streamed, we fumbled through Fallout 1. About halfway we got through in about 4 hours. So, but other than that, I'd like to thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for listening to our show.
You can get us on most, if not all, major streaming platforms. I think there's a few that we're still trying to get. But you can get us on Spotify, which is like our big one. Which I think is awesome.
You could also find us on YouTube.
Yes. On YouTube, just type in Atomic Radio Hour. You'll find us. We're right there. It's the blue logo. Yeah, you can find us there if you'd like. You can watch all of the podcasts that you've already listened to and all of the shows. All of our shows, be it Nuclear Family or Detective Dixon, are on YouTube.
And to close out the show, I offer you a wonderful piece of original content, which actually is classic and has a little bit of a backstory. Vince, would you like to tell them about it?
Okay, so we had in high school a teacher that said we had to make a podcast about something, and it had to be like, I think 10 to 15 minutes long. Now, a friend of the show, Steven, he was like, hey man, and originally the project was you had to have it based on something that the teacher gave you. So he was given the assignment of the NASA robotics program, I believe it was, that started in like the 50s. And he's like, that's really boring. Let's do it, but then totally fucking flip it on its head. So this is my first attempt at a podcast ever 7-8 years ago.
Oh, wow. Was that long?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy crap.
I actually, when I had the class a year later and I took this, I was told I had to make a podcast about something, and I did a 45-minute podcast about why Fallout 3 is the best game ever made.
Do you still have that around somewhere?
I don't know. I have to find it. I have to look.
That might be a good thing to see if it compares to our discussion a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's very me just kind of talking, and I put the marching music in the background.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if I find it, it'll go up on our YouTube. But enjoy that, because it's just something that I want to say for posterity. It's like 17 minutes long. It might be longer. I don't remember. It might be 9.
Holy
I
crap.
really don't remember. But yeah, enjoy it. And thank you again for listening. Do you have anything else?
Thank you, guys.
You have anything else you'd like to say, my friend?
I would like to say farewell and have a wonderful week or weekend.
Alrighty. Goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
The NASA robotics program started in the year 1951. But in the year 2011, it got extreme! Monday! BattleBots! Tuesday AA meetings!
Hello, fighting fans. It's me, Howard Cosell, and we're here for some robo fighting. Alongside with me to narrate this fight is Spoonie.
Hey, y'all, I'm ready for some fighting.
And some robo fighting we will enjoy tonight.
Yeah, I just got here, and it's pretty crowded, but nothing's happening yet. I just got here. I got my nachos and my Coke. I gotta find my... wait, hang on. Excuse me. I gotta get through here. Yeah, I gotta get to my seat, though. It's like over here by the announcing booth, so it's gonna be really annoying.
Excuse me, sir, but would you mind shutting up? We're trying to narrate some robo fighting.
Hang on a sec. Somebody's yelling at me. Sir, I'm on a business call right now.
I don't care yet. Robo fighting. Enjoy the fight.
Sir, no, seriously.
Hang up the phone. You paid general admission not to talk.
You,
sir.
If you don't take your seat, there's not gonna be just robots fighting here tonight.
Is that a threat, sir? I will make a citizen's arrest.
Back home, we had a word for kids like you. I don't remember what it was because I'm not a very bright person, but my daddy, or my brother, I'm not really sure what I should call them because they were the same person. They said we shouldn't talk loudly on cell phones.
Dang it. Oh, jeez, I just spilled my Coke everywhere. I gotta go. I'll call you back.
Well, now that we got that all cleared up, it looks like Spoonies, we're about to see the fighters fight in the fight. We need someone to introduce the fighters because they're about to fight.
In the blue corner, weighing at 14 tons, we have Deathosaurus Rex 3000 at yahoo.com/Watopia. And in the other corner, we have iRobot Roomba 572 Pet Series Vacuuming Robot, priced at $499.99.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fight!
Flawless victory.
Random edit. All right, so this part had a lot of really cool copywritten music that Steven edited together, that it was like the Mortal Kombat theme with a bunch of like punching and kicking sound effects from Street Fighter and like Hadouken and fucking Shoryuken and Tiger Uppercut and like, oh, it was really, really cool. It's also like 3 minutes long. It's the full Mortal Kombat like dun 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 song. And I can't put that in here for various reasons. But this was what was here. Thanks for listening.
You lose!
I don't know about you, Spoonies, but I've been waiting for this fight for the longest of long times, which is pretty long.
I've been thinking about it every day while I milk my cow, Helga.
Helga, how's she doing lately?
She's doing pretty good.
Speaking of Helga, not to cut you off because your story's boring as...
Wow, that really hurt my feelings.
I don't care, but I have to use the restroom.
Well, I'll come hold your hand while you go.
I'm having a very good time here tonight, too, gentlemen. I'm enjoying myself here tonight. Yeah, I like watching the robots fight, even though it's a little violent for my taste. But I was drugged here by my wife because she's a violent person these days. But oh, look at that! Look at that! He just did a combo breaker.
Yo, Noodles, I think we found the announcer room.
Yeah, Lunchbox, we did!
Hey, what are you guys doing
Get out of here! We're announcing now.
Oh, jeez.
Look at that! Look at that! He's throwing Hadoukens! He's using Shoryukens! He's using Tiger Punches! He's using Tiger Style! He's Wu-Tang forever! He's going ham!
I'm not really a huge fan of ham. I'd rather be going pork.
How about bacon?
Bacon's good, but pork's good.
Well, I mean, I think bacon
better.
would be nicer because bacon makes everything better.
Can I come back in
No!
now?
Get out of here! We don't want you here. Go back to your pharmacy.
This fight's amazing.
It's so good.
I love it.
I'm loving it. It's so good. Look at him. He's taking his robot parts and shoving them in the robot's face and doing robot moves, and they're getting freaky with the robot sounds.
Can I sit with you, gentlemen? I got thrown out of the announcing booth.
No, you can't, because nobody likes you.
Oh, man.
Smack, smack,
Ow.
smack.
Ow, stop it.
You're adopted.
Ow.
Hey, yo, Noodles, am I seeing right? Is that what's going on? The Roomba, it's transforming.
Lunchbox, what does the scouter say about the Roomba?
My name is Optimus.
It's Optimus Prime.
Booty 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 booty. Edit number 2. All right, so we made this in like 2011, and dubstep was really cool at the time, and we all thought it was gonna be like the next big thing. There was like, I don't want to say clans of dubstep kids at my school, but you were either very much with the dubstep wave or very much against the dubstep wave. We happen to be very much with it. I'm not proud of these things. They're just things that have happened. So this was a song, I don't remember who it was by. It was a dude that Steven really liked that was a dubstep artiste, if you will. And this is about how the Roomba transformed into Optimus Prime and destroyed Deathosaurus Rex 3000 at yahoo.com/Obotopia. Here we go.
You win! Perfect!
Wow, this fight is crazy!
Crazy good.
A Roomba transforms into Optimus Prime and is now throwing around Deathosaurus Rex 3000 at yahoo.com/Watopia? How amazing is that?
I could not imagine what else great could happen that's amazing and awesome.
I don't know, man. There's just so many unexpected things. I have no idea what could possibly happen next.
Noodles.
Lunchbox.
Are you gonna
Gee willikers, Batman! It's Duke Nukem!
No, but actually, I'm Alex.
What are you doing in here again?
Get out! Oh my god!
I got lonely.
Leave now!
No one likes you!
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, jeez.
Security!
Ah, jeez.
That's it. I'm taking you to super lockdown security, Mac Daddy, awesome super lockdown prison robot jail fighting prison jail.
No, that doesn't tickle my fancy.
Come on, you pedestrian.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Noodles, we haven't really been paying attention to the fight because all the awesome stuff's going on, but it seems like the Cabbage Patch Kids are now fighting Rainbow Bright.
I didn't even know they were robots. Why are they fighting? What happened to Deathosaurus?
Well, it's the year
Oh,
4000.
whoa, no. You are not going to interrupt me, man. Let me finish it. If I don't finish his name, man, it's going to bother me. It's going to bother me so bad. Anyway, Deathosaurus Rex 3000 at yahoo.com/Watopia.
Now, as I was saying, it's the year 4652, so cyborgs exist, and we're like a few years away from the robots taking over. So that's why we're having this to show them what place they stay in.
Oh, all right.
So the Cabbage Patch Kids and Rainbow Bright are actually cyborgs from the future.
So they're from the future, but it's the year 4366 or whatever.
65.
Oh, 65. Well, I lost my calendar. Sorry, I haven't been
I'm
updated.
Sorry, you should have a better calendar. I mean, maybe if you had an iPhone or something, you'd have a better... Can you shut up, sir?
Right now.
Didn't we ask you to leave?
Excuse me.
No, we're going to have to escort you out.
Yeah, we're going to have to...
Excuse me, sir. I will make a citizen's arrest.
So apparently, while we weren't paying attention, the Cabbage Patch Kids started fighting Rainbow Bright. How many of them are out there anyway, Lunchbox?
From the looks of it, it seems like 36.7.
36.7? How does that happen?
Well, they ripped the arms off the one and they shoved them in his eye sockets. I don't really consider that one whole robot. So.
Alright, that makes a lot of sense. So, what was the turnout of the fight of Optimus Prime and Deathosaurus Rex 3000 at yahoo.com/Watopia? Oh, I remember now. Optimus Prime picked up the other robot and threw him out of the ring, breaking him to millions of pieces. It was a pretty brutal sight, and that's why they moved on to the next site between 36.7 Cabbage Patch Kids and Rainbow Bright.
Which are cyborgs.
Yeah, cyborgs. Who would have known? Those were some of my favorite shows when I was little.
But the main point we're trying to get at, kids, is even though Autobots are awesome and Decepticons are pretty cool too, violence is really never the answer. So if you get angry at home from your game stations or your music or even your family, just remember, you could scream into a pillow, you could listen to some angry music, or talk about your problems with the family member and see how you can resolve them.
Yeah, this is BattleBots Ultimate Robot Fighting of the Future, possibly the most violent competition in the world. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have to ask you to leave.
Okay.
That was.
I'll see you later.
That was just
Goodbye.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I've been doing a lot of counseling lately.
Oh, hello, sir. Can I hang out with you?
No, leave.
Oh,
I don't even like you.
dang it.
Anyway, it seems like the fight is about to conclude. So before we end this, now for a word from our sponsors.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Hey boys and girls, do you ever just want to kick back in the summer and come on down to Scout Camp? Well, now you can. Come on down to Ranger Rick's Scout Camp, where you'll probably leave more happy than you did when you came here. I know I will.
We now return to the Transformers.
Alright, well, it's me, Howard Cosell, back here with Spoonies. We got back from the bathroom.
We fell in.
Yeah, it was a great fight. I really like what happened. I have no clue what went on because I was in the bathroom the whole time because we fell in. But I can always watch it later on demand.
Yeah, well, I just got back from cleaning all this, like, soda off of me because I spilled it because that guy hit me. And, well, anyway, I didn't see any of it, but, like, I guess it was good. I mean, everybody's saying it's awesome and stuff, so, you know. Well, anyway, I gotta go. I gotta find my car and go home, and then, well, yeah, I guess I'll just call you when I get there, so, see ya.
And that's the story of how far the NASA robotics program has come. They have made many advances in their technology. We'll see you next week in our new podcast.
All right. I'm sorry. I know it's not great, but it's where I came from. It's where I started. And the reason why I like to put these little things that I've worked on in the past here is just to kind of save them for posterity. So if I ever lose them, I know they're on YouTube. Yeah. So that's BattleBots. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next week.
Atomic Radio Hour Podcast.